chicken nigga, but I don't see nothing. Problem. Mhm. What's up, everybody? Yo, it's good,
Welcome
people.
to another show. What up, Blunt?
Yo, it's good. What's
We
good?
good? We good?
Yeah, I was
We
confused for a
got
second.
Mr. Country today with us. What up, Country?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Do you have? Are you
Nah,
watching it? Are you like? Are you on? Were you just watching the video?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
because
saw it.
there's a delay. So while you're watching, we're already on.
Oh, okay. Yes, I saw it.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that really quick, but take a chance, take a moment to ask everybody if they could share this. We should have done it in the beginning, but it
for
didn't.
real,
Yeah,
man.
because this is kind of an important little video. So, folks, please take a moment and share this, as we will do here. And we're going to get right to it. Take a minute.
Mhm.
Just Jesus.
This is the time when you
Right.
share
We
out
got,
the stream.
we got all about the sharing.
I'll make a little video.
About what?
Like, this is the time when you share out the stream.
Okay, that works.
And everybody starts sharing out. What's good, Lloyd?
So
Big
Blood, if you
Arch.
share it from YouTube to your profile, you'll be able to share it to all the groups in one shot. If you could do that. I notice it's easier to share from your page. And you go to group, and then you have the list of all the groups that you have, and you can share out. How many people I can share to? That's it for now.
Mhm.
Yeah, posting. Okay, another group. Uh, Passengers. Changes. You mind if I change it to your deep discussions group? Or you got that?
Yeah, I put it in already.
Okay. All right. So welcome everyone. Please, if you take a moment and share this. If you're on YouTube, you can share it to everywhere. If you're watching this on our Facebook page, Two Trains of Misfits, you can share it everywhere else. If you're watching this in a private group, you won't have the option to be able to share it. So make sure you're in a public group and help us out, because you guys have been helping us big time this few weeks that we've been doing the shows. You've been helping us a lot. We appreciate that very much.
Makes a big difference when everybody shares.
Huge difference. So thank you. Just by sharing a few times, it makes our show grow. So yeah, so we have I'm gonna say it right again. It's the country here. We're supposed to have someone else, see if they show up. But I wanted to talk about first of all, the title is our elected officers being brainwashed, right? Because it just seemed like we've always talked about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mr. Country,
Yes, sir.
for those of you that don't know you yet, just give them the little spiff of who you are, where you work out of, how long you've been with transit.
My name is My name is Ronald Jones, aka Country. I'm out of Gleason Depot. I've been there for 12 years, and I ran for the election for in-house. We didn't quite make it all the way, but my head of the team won, so my team won. And I'm not the type of person that just because I didn't, my name's not on the board. I'm like an ostrich, stick my head in the sand. So I'm gonna keep working hard, and doing what I do.
Wow, it is so great that you said that.
Hmm.
I am glad that you said that because that's the little road that we're going to be taking tonight. So
Hmm.
you just saved yourself from getting thrown into the flames.
I don't do that because
Mm-mm.
I've seen that happen.
Mm.
I'm not gonna call no names, but I've seen people like
Call names. No, you could do it.
they just like
You can't
they're
touch country.
powerful people, but they just like they don't want to like say okay, give it up and start all over again.
Mm.
Like I used to fuss at Rob when after the election that he ran, he missed the VP by 28 votes. I said, Rob, why don't you run again? Nah, man, this and that. I know it's kind of hard to like build yourself all the way up to that stand and get almost to the finish line and somebody run past you. That's hard.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard thing. I
Yeah.
dealt with
Mm-hmm.
it for like 3 minutes. I said, you know what? Okay, no problem. But don't do what you've seen other people do by sticking your head in the sand. I told Rob, I'm still working. I'm working. He said, no, you're gonna work. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna work because I was working before I started this. I've always answered questions from probationaries or anybody in the depot that I could help, with anything. And if I didn't know, I would go and ask some of the guys that I hang out with, 20, 30, 40 years in the company, And that's
Hmm.
how it works. Communication is the key here. You know, uh
Exactly.
it's not it's a lot of people like they don't want to ask no questions until they fall into a trap, and then they need somebody. Don't wait till that trap comes. You see the hole in the road, you want to avoid that hole in the road. So you start building before you get to that road. You forward plan and like look forward to like what's going to happen to get around that hole in the road.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Shout out to Celso. Thank you. He said he shared to 40 groups. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Jeez, it's a lot of groups.
Nice. Dang, you're very nosy. You're everywhere, Celso. So, okay. So let's go back to the era of JP, Willie Rivera,
It was
Lou
that Stand United.
Guerrero. Hmm?
You
That
stand.
Stand United, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go back then to when, they were very close, right? And we had people that were doing lives, people that recently have been, um, what do you call it? Uh, became officers, right? Elected officials who used to always basically talk shit about these people doing photo ops and just taking pictures and being here and being there and what's the work they're doing. We want transparency. We want accountability, right? That's what we always heard from these people that were gonna run against them. They're just here showing picture, blah blah blah, and we need to see the work. We need to see what they're doing, right? So moving forward now, we have people that ran against them, that won, that are on that are now officers, right? And they're basically doing the same thing. They're doing what they said those other people were doing, which is taking photo ops, not showing the work. Supposedly, they're saying that they're working behind, right? They're We're behind the cameras,
Behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. And what happened to the transparency? What happened to the accountability? That they said that we're going to know everything that's going on. What happened to Mister Change the Culture? By the way, Mister Change the Culture did not go to Lobby Day. Lobby Day,
Oh
folks, was
no.
March 19th. No.
Interesting.
Why? I don't know. I'm sure he could have made it, right? Sorry,
I mean,
Nas. But
Could have put input.
but
Uh,
you know, the truth is,
I saw it
that's why I'm
when
saying you said you're not an officer,
yeah.
but you're still gonna do what,
I'm gonna do
right?
the
I
work.
mean, he could
And
have went
I don't need a
and
title. I don't need a title.
Right.
Mhm.
'Cause my name speaks for itself.
Okay.
That's the way I've been all my life. I followed that through my grandfather from old down south.
Hmm.
Um, I don't need the title because sometimes a title can get you in trouble. We've seen
Well,
that.
Mhm.
maybe he says it's true. Maybe he couldn't get the RDO, but I don't know. I
Uh,
mean,
I,
I
I,
mean,
I we, I spoke to him the other day, but I really didn't say anything to him about going, or why he didn't show up or whatever.
mhm.
I really didn't, and I tell you the truth.
I'm asking here
Yeah,
because people want to know.
yeah.
Same thing. There was somebody else that was a depot chairperson
Hmm.
who she is very quiet. She doesn't like to be online, right?
Hmm.
But I saw her that day that um lobby and she was working.
Hmm.
So Ebony, I'm sorry, but why didn't you go? I mean, this is the thing that if people are fighting, saying union and union this, and then they lose an election, it makes it sound like Eric, sorry, not Eric, whoop, 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 like Blunt
Hmm.
has said on many occasions,
Mhm.
people feeling a little butthurt.
Mhm.
That's the way it's coming out. That's what people are asking. Why weren't they not there? I don't know. Maybe again, couldn't get the day off. And as a family person, but again, we knew this for a while, and I feel like these people, if they were officers at one time and they're not over there, they still should be about the union. Still be there. You lost the election, but you was there.
Hmm.
You still went.
Hmm. And you could have, I could have. Well, I'm gonna say this: they could have got released, but used their own personal time.
Mhm.
You could have got released. I didn't know this. If I knew this, I wouldn't have switched. I did a swap.
Uh,
I
Right,
knew I
but you
could have got released and used my personal time. I would have done that.
no way. You say relief, but even if you're not elected, you could actually be released.
Yeah, I've
How?
heard. I heard it in the office
Hmm.
that you could get released, but you had to use your own personal time to go to lobby day.
Okay.
And
okay.
I think some people did it, and I'm not sure. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I heard Rob tell somebody that. He asked me that. Matter of fact, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that you could, because I think JP had called him and told him some people wanted to go, and that they didn't sit for the day because there was 18 people that sat for the day. We only have 11, so uh, you could get released and use your own personal time.
It's a
Okay.
first.
So it could have been done. Could
It
have
could have
been
been,
done.
yeah.
So people were asking what. And now the whole thing is that what happens when these people get elected? Because it seems like they're all gung ho, and then they get elected, and then they seem to forget what the fight is for, and that's the title about being brainwashed. Because what is
Or
it? Once you go meet these higher ups, like you forget about why you was elected or who elected you. Case in point, Mr. Rob Martinez. So Rob Martinez spoke to me sometime before the lobby day, and he said he was going to go. He said this is the first time ever he's going to a lobby day. He's never been to lobby day,
Mhm.
so he was pretty excited that he was going to go to lobby day. By the way, country, you go to speak to who? You talk to what? Senators, lobbyists? Who are the people that?
Well, we go to speak to the senators,
Mm,
but most of the time they was like the senators' um, go-to person. We didn't actually speak to the senators. There was some senators there that came on the stage and spoke, but we was like mostly they're like, I want to call them like secretaries or something.
usually they're peoples.
They were. take the message to the senators because what had
Okay.
happened, and I'm not sure about this, but I'm going to say it anyway, and I think it happened. All the elected officials went up early. They saw the senators and all those people and met with them, and they put in what their 2 cents worth about the Taylor law and Tier 6. Okay, they did all that on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure that they did. And then when we got there, they had maybe, I want to say, like maybe 6 people that spoke on stage. It was a lady from Queens. I couldn't remember all these people's names because I was so busy trying to handle the business of my depot. I was listening, but I wasn't listening because it's been 13 years that they tried to fix Tier 6. They ain't fixed it yet.
What did you get out of it when you went? Did you come
Uh,
out of there with any new resolutions, any new ideas?
well, those are the two main things that
Because
that that
I heard that basically the senators, whoever were there for them, that they kind of disappear.
yeah. You now last year was different. We
Mhm.
spoke to some last year was a totally different thing. We did get to speak to some of the senators that was in the rooms because they put you in different rooms and stuff. You go by and meet different senators and stuff. They break them up in groups because the rooms are real small. We did see some of the senators, but this guy that I think I got his name. Hold on one second.
Okay, well, you come back. So what I was told about Martinez was that he had said that he was going to go. So the question is this: I had asked him, "How was it?" Because I saw that video where you see he's in there, and
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask Country, was this after everything was finished, or was this just before?
What's that now?
The video that I posted in the beginning, where everybody's saying "fight, fight, fight," the group,
Uh
was
huh.
that after, or was it
That's the beginning.
the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because Mr. Martinez, being that it was his first time going, you would think he's gonna be all in with his people from Gleason and be there and push to get those questions through, right? I
Yes.
heard that Martinez disappeared.
He was there.
Martinez disappeared. Supposedly, he basically didn't miss just about everything because he said he was in meetings. What kind of meetings?
I can't
What
answer.
would you go all the way there when you're supposed to fight and speak to these people about the issues at hand with the membership, but then you go in some meeting with what the higher ups? So, so Martinez, Martinez will have 99 days on April 14. We're gonna have him here, folks. He's gonna be on live to see, what's been going on. Again, with the transparency and accountability,
Mhm.
we believe that it's okay to put it out there for everybody to see. We like to see what's going on. I like to see what's going on. I don't know about Blunt, how you feel about that Blunt, but
Well, it's the State of the Depot address.
right. I mean, whenever you're doing
In 100
something,
days. Yeah.
you got to put it out so people see. This whole talk about, oh, I'm working behind no, I want to see what you're doing.
Mhm.
So yeah, so
Well,
people want to
well,
know why is it that he disappeared to go to meetings when this is his first time ever going to lobby day, and then he just takes off. And also heard that he was not on the bus coming back. So Rob, we want answers. We want to know what happened because again, the whole brainwash thing keeps coming back to mind. It's like you go there. What did they call you? Did you go with Utano? And there's another thing I heard people taking pictures, photo ops of Utano. And if you've been fighting against these people, I can't see myself standing to take a photo with any of those guys that we've been having issues and pushing and why you're not doing this and where's the talk about our barrier, our enclosed barrier? What happened to that?
mhm.
Nobody's talking about that. Did they talk about that in the lobby? Do you know if anybody mentioned that? Country spoke
Say that again.
or
Say that one more time, please.
hmm?
Say that one more time.
Did anybody speak about the barriers for our safety?
Yes. One of the senators they did talk about the barriers. They talked about the barriers and the Taylor law and fixing tier 6. They
Okay.
did talk about that. But when we went into the rooms,
Was it like, well, we're gonna get back to you kind of thing, or did they talk about something that they're actually planning on doing?
mostly, it's telling you what you want to hear,
Mm-hmm.
because that's a lot of work that
Yeah,
they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to do. And they had to pull tooth and nails to get what we got now.
but
You
that's
know,
what I mean.
you
That
know
we have the
what was
TA
going on.
side.
They fought, they and then they didn't put up the good stuff. They put up plexiglass. That's
Mm,
why
Mm-hmm.
that safety thing, when that guy pulled that, you remember when the bus operator got assaulted, they reached and pulled it and it snapped. It's plexiglass. That's not safety. You know, I've
and
been
that
in the
they had a video. We'll probably post it on the next show, but a video of some guy just smashing windows on a
yeah,
bus.
yeah. Those are that's a tempered glass
Glass.
where that if it breaks, it doesn't just shatter. It stays together like it's got a film in between it.
Yeah, that's
That,
stronger than our barriers.
huh?
That's
The
stronger
barriers
than our barriers.
are mostly plexiglass. They're mostly plexiglass because those and bend them and pop them right into
Right,
it.
right.
You know.
So,
Um.
Chico. Oh, Chico. Our condolences. I'm not gonna
Yes.
say nothing negative to Chico right now. um,
No.
condolences. Um, I gotta give. I'm gonna give a shout out to Mr. Donald Yates. Okay,
uh
he's from Mapsto. Is it Mapsto One, Mapsto Two? He's the vice president, correct?
Vice President of Map Store. Yes.
Now, I got. I gotta give credit where it's due. He's been all over social media. He's been posting videos, going to all the depots. You can see everybody's all happy around with him. I mean, the people have been talking shit about him too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta give him credit. He went with his, I don't know, his other officer. I'm sorry, I forget his name. But to Philadelphia to go check out. They were doing a barrier testing, bulletproof, shooting at it. He went all the way to Philadelphia. It was another union that was fighting to get this, and he went to see what's all about.
Yeah. Him and Rosario. Rosario went down there too. I saw the uh caption of that on something. I can't remember, but he was there too.
Oh, Gary Rosario was there.
Yeah. Gary Rosario.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
all
he was
right. But I didn't see nothing other with him in it.
there.
Well, it says,
But
yeah.
I think
Sean
he was.
Battaglia, thank you, with Sean Battaglia. So I got to give him credit because they're always out there. As much as some people may be hating them, you constantly see them going to all the depots, meeting people, talking to people, seeing what the problems are. And it may be bullshit. I don't know, but it doesn't look like bullshit when they're out there doing it. And then we have our top guys, which you don't see them anymore. I haven't seen them popping up on social media to talk about the issues at hand.
I mean, you could give what's his name again?
Yates,
Yates.
Battaglia.
You could give Yates the credit that he deserves for that, but he's still out there pushing. I don't know if he's been doing it lately, but he's been out there pushing the lies about the Medicare Advantage. So
Oh, there's I mean lies. What lies?
he lies. He's saying that it's like the best thing since sliced bread, but it isn't.
Oh, he's still
So
doing that.
yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him do it lately, but until he corrects that, yeah.
Yeah,
It-
that Medicare Advantage thing is like really died down now. A lot of people not saying too much, but the retirees are.
Retirees are they
And I
ain't
am
stop.
too, because that's one of the things I brought up to the guy that I went to. I can't remember. I can't find my folder or anything. I can't remember his name, but it started with a B. And I brought up those three things: the Medicare Advantage,
Mm-hmm.
the Taylor Law, and the Tier 6. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, he's like, "Well, I'm Tier 6 too." Yeah, you might be Tier 6, but you're not doing what we do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the Tier 6 is going to affect a lot of us, and they're not going to fix that, because if they was going to fix that, they would have been done it. It's been 13 years. I just missed it by a year. I came in 13, and they started that Tier 6 in 13.
So, do
Mm-hmm.
you think that maybe these guys are just not doing enough?
I, they're not doing enough, and I
I'm
think
talking about the elected officials.
they could do more.
Mm.
They could, but they're not
They're
because
not.
they fought so hard to put tier 6 into action,
Yeah,
and remember that it's not just MTA. This is citywide,
yeah,
so they can't just change the MTA because then everybody else is gonna want to change,
yeah.
and they're not finna to do that.
But
No,
how is everybody else feeling about
if
it?
they were going to do it, they would have been done it by now. You know, they said 25, 55, but that's still not fixing nothing. What is that? You can
Mm-hmm.
retire after 25 years, but then you have to wait to 62 to start drawing your Social Security. And
Mm-hmm.
then you're not going to get top Social Security because you have the eight. Now, I'll draw top Security when I turn 67. I have 3 more years, 4 more years before I can draw the top, but I'm not going to wait till then. I'll take what I can get in 3 more years. You know, I'll be 66. I'll miss it by a year, but somebody told me, say, don't wait till then. Hey, they talking about cutting back on Social Security now. So, hey, we all might be in trouble. Who knows?
Mm.
You know, and then we don't have no pension. The pension it's nothing, man. It's nothing for a tier 6 guy. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Blunt, while we're at here, you want to talk about this real quick? The people that for them to know.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
Saturday
country.
coming up.
I'm sorry that you're behind.
Saturday coming up. If you guys are off from 12 to 2, come on down to 75 Henry Street. And because a lot of like country said, a lot of it died down, but the TWU 100R Incorporated has not stopped working to get back that option. And people like Yates, I don't know if he's been saying it lately, but
I'm
I
gonna take
have
it over
seen him.
post. I'm sorry. Take a screenshot of this, guys, so
Yeah.
you could get it's the 29th of March. The date and time is all there. Give you 3 seconds, and we'll move on. I mean, we'll not move on. You'll continue saying what you were saying, but let me
So
take this off.
I don't like I said, I don't know if he's been saying it lately, but he has been out there saying that Medicare Advantage is the greatest thing and that there are no issues with it. You
Mm,
need to come on down,
mm,
join a meeting, listen to what we have to say. You can watch some of the testimonies about what people are going through, and you can see that what they're saying is not truthful. You know, maybe I don't know if they believe what they're saying or they just outright flat out lying. I don't know, but all I know is what I heard and what I've seen with my own eyes that this Medicare Advantage is not working for everybody.
mhm.
So you should come on down. If you're free, come on down. Anybody.
And I don't understand how you can take the traditional Medicaid away from us, and we've been paying for it all of our lives. That FICA,
Just think about
all
what
that
you're
money,
saying, right?
that money
You
at? Where's
since you since you started working,
yes,
FICA has been coming out of your paycheck.
yes, and it's
That's
still coming.
Medicare. That's traditional Medicare you've been paying
Right,
for.
right.
And Transit took it upon themselves to take that away from you. Now
Hmm.
they're gonna say Medicare Advantage is Medicare. No, it's not. Medicare Advantage is a private company that is working with Medicare.
Right.
So they're middleman. Now you got a middleman telling you what to do about your medical situation, not your doctor.
And
Yeah. By
what
the way, I got two affidavits that I gotta get to. Blunt, do I just give them to you, or do I email them somewhere?
No, I'll give you the address to where you mail them to.
Okay. So later you send me the text, and
I'll give you the
I'll do that.
address. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Cause
like I said, what we're talking about affidavits. If anybody's out there and they have the Medicare Advantage,
oh, look at that. His
and
father's having problems with it already.
yeah, if you're having problems with Medicare Advantage, anything, prescription prices all of a sudden gone up, they delayed your service from your doctor, or they flat out deny you. If you can fill out an affidavit and send it to us, if you need it, just hit me up. I'll send you the link to the affidavit, and that will go to us, and our lawyer would take it to court. We need that for court. That's the only way you're going to get it back. So if you're experiencing anything like that, fill out our affidavit and send it to us. Last week, I had somebody hit me up on my email and, in my, not my email, in my DMs about this situation. I sent them the information. It's as simple as that. But we need as many as we can because not only do you have MTA in court fighting, TW 100 Inc., you have Aetna in there too, saying, "Oh, we don't have no problems. Our thing is great,"
Yeah,
and that's a flat lie.
that's a
You know,
lie.
so we could use all the help we can.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
got two because I have a doctor that I've been going to, who I had an appointment, and they called me and said, "We're sorry to tell you that the doctor won't be able to see you because he no longer takes Etna. But there's happens to be another doctor there that will be able to see me." So that's one. Then same to my wife. My wife has been going to a doctor many times, and I went to make an appointment for her, and it said no, they doctor does not longer take Etna. Now my son, who works at a medical office, he's been there a couple of years now. He's told me that Etna is one of the top ones,
Hmm.
that all doctors like it because they pay in time and this and that. So that's what we want to know. What is going on that doctors are turning their back on Etna and not want to take it?
There's a lot of
And I'm not
doctors in
retired yet.
hospitals. There's a lot of doctors in hospitals that are leaving the network because they do not want to deal with Aetna. So, oh, hold on, James, the punk. Oh, sorry, James. That is that it's much deeper than Richie Davis.
mm-hmm,
Let me leave it like that. It's a much deeper than Richie Davis.
mm-hmm,
You can go to TW 100R on YouTube and watch the video with me and Tucson. There's two of them, and
mm-hmm.
he breaks it down. It goes way back to 2005.
Right.
He goes way, and it's a
And it was.
whole
You have to listen to that to understand it.
yes.
I had to
You have
listen to it twice to grasp onto it. Because
yeah,
he had set this up way before. That was in the
exactly,
contract,
exactly.
right?
So when you watch those two videos,
Hmm.
you're going to be upset about what happened
Yeah.
because it goes way back to then, and it's just messed up how they did it.
Hmm.
So TW
Um,
100 YouTube, check it out.
You
I
too.
wanna I wanna let's carry this back a little bit. I wanna give y'all a little something that I know of that I wanna say on Rob Martinez's behalf. Um, he's been doing a great job as the depot chair, and things have changed a lot in the depot. But there's things that goes by behind him that goes
Mm-hmm.
straight. That it doesn't come right to him. Things we're supposed to keep in house, but things have
Mm-hmm.
been leaked out. That gets away from him that he doesn't know about until he finds out from some other source. And myself and Matthew, I think he's on here. Matthew was appointed bus captains. You know, and I didn't really know how much work was put into doing this, getting prepared for this. They released us to go down to the hall to, learn how to be a bus captain. And I was like, wait a minute, what is all this about? So it's a whole lot of stuff that went along with that. And that took a lot of relief off our depot chair because myself and Matt and a couple other people put together packages with the shirts, the banners, the itinerary, and everything. We had all those things prepared, for Lobby Day. And yeah, Matthew de Jesus. I'm sorry,
De
Matt.
Jesus,
De Jesus.
Matthew de Jesus.
El Tranquilín.
That's my boy. Me and him. We also had a co-captain, Beverly Bolden. Um,
Oh gosh, oh gosh, not Beverly.
Beverly Bolden.
Ah.
And a lot of people were sitting back saying, "Oh, it's just going to be a drunk day for transit on the buses and stuff." But
Mhm.
I'm going to say this: it was a great trip up and a great trip back. It wasn't a whole bunch of that crap that went on. You remember, not last year, but the year before, that all that crap that went on, the dancing and jumping around, and if I knew there was people that might have had a drink or two or whatever they did. That was their business. But it was more calm this year than I've been like, this is my fourth year, I think, going. And it's been the first year I went, that was with Gibson. Because Gibson made me and my three guys that was in the same class. He said, "What days y'all off?" I said, "We said Tuesday, Tuesday." He said, "You're going, you're going, you're going." And we went, and I tried to put together because I'm Rob gave me the title of probationary coordinator. You know how he is with his words and stuff. So
He comes up
I
with titles, huh?
huh?
He comes up with titles like on the bus. He said he had
Yeah.
captain and co-captain and secretary to the co-captain.
Um so but that was from the hall. That bus captain stuff came from the hall, I think.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
You
fucking
know.
around with him.
Um But he, it was a lot to do this time, and I was like in the middle of it. Me and Matt was like, we was holding it down because that was a lot to do, and we got everything done, and we was ready to go. One of the buses was kind of a little late, and we had a lot of people that went this time, you know. But the
And I
at
heard
the
opposite. I heard that there were some depots that they didn't even have a bus. That didn't even pop up. Some other people saying that it was
I
like
think
less.
one of the buses broke down or something.
Oh, they
I
go look, bus general. That's a bus general.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but we it you
country.
know
Let me ask you something real quick. Let me ask you
uh-huh,
something. To me, I don't know if it's because I'm old school, how I brought up. I don't know. Maybe Blunt feels
uh-huh.
the same way. But there was a DJ at Lobby Day. They had a DJ, and I
Yes.
heard that that was just to pump up the people. Like I feel like it's not a party. Like
No.
if we're going there to fight for things we need, and we're gonna start playing music and dance and stuff in the lobby, eh, like I don't know how you feel about that.
Some things that
Oh
I
shoot,
didn't agree with,
Blunt
but
got kicked out.
they do it. They've ever since I've been going, they've done that. Made
Hmm.
that music and stuff.
But
When
do you think that that's something that should be there? Like I don't know. Like to me, it's like we're going there for a purpose, not to have a party.
not to have a
You gotta
party.
have the party on the way back. Have the party on the way back.
Yeah, yeah. After we achieve the things that we need to go up
Correct.
there and to achieve, you're absolutely right. I agree with that too. But it's like, hey, listen, there was the arena the in Albany where we was at last year. It was packed,
Yeah.
and
Last year.
last year it was jam packed.
So what do you think? What do you think was a change?
A lot of people didn't show up this year.
Because they felt that
Also,
they wasted the time.
because of they keep hearing the same thing that what I've been telling you about. Tier six,
All the promises.
killer law, and they're getting tired. People are getting tired of like fighting for something, and nobody's really fighting for it
Nobody
because
follows up. There's no follow up
there's no follow up.
unless you ask, and then when
I
you ask, oh yeah, we're working on it.
I haven't seen one action to the reaction about tier six.
Yeah,
That
but I mean, but you can't give up though.
they did something to the cap, but all the overtime money that you make is not going toward the tier six. So and I'm not really
So should
understanding.
we start writing instead of writing to these senators? Should we start writing to our VPs, presidents? A group like, hey, we want to know what's going on.
Yeah,
We
because
voted you in. What's going on?
the those
Yeah,
senators.
AV says it. And you know what? Who used to say something about this? Mr. Martinez used to say it's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah,
Mm.
All smoke and mirrors.
all smoke
Mm.
and mirrors. Because like I keep saying, if they was going to change it, they'd have been unchanged in that. That's been 13 years. It's 13 years that they've had tier six in here. You
Come
know,
on.
and it's not. They haven't changed it, and I don't think they're going to change. They add little stuff like 25-55,
City
or
council.
they adjusted the cap for tier six. But
Mm.
hey, listen, what's the need of adjusting it? And you're not. I think it's going to be. I'm not sure, but my take out of the tier six is going to be 30% because I'm not going to have it 15 years when I leave.
Mm.
You know, thank God I got two other pensions. It's coming from other companies that I work for.
Good for you. Good for you. Okay.
And I tell people this too. I told a lot of the guys that's on my operators that's on probation. I'm gonna stop calling them probies. I don't like that word because they're hired in just like I am. I'm an operator. Start saving your money now. When I first started, my mother told me, she said, I want you to get in the 401k plan. She said, and I don't trust you. I want you to bring your first check to me and let me see it. So I
Mm.
took out 7%, and I didn't miss it like she said. So I went back out and took out 7% more. So I had 14%. And I said, this is not, I got to look out for my future. I got my daughter too. So I went to the 457 and I took out 14% there too. And I've been doing that for the last 12 years and I never touched it.
But you know, when I started, when they had us in the room that they had the union guys, and I remember asking, I was like, "What if I don't want to join the union?" Because I had never been in a job with a union.
Yeah, me either.
So I was, because they said you have to pay this much, whatever. They say if you have $2 to start it up, I had the $2, and I'm like, "But what if I don't want to join the union?" So they go, "Well, if you don't join the union, you don't get the job." So I was like,
Hmm.
"Oh, okay." But on that same day, they told us about the 457 and 401. We have to
Mhm.
put, I think, with $5 something in to start it up. So from
The
day one, before I even
percentage.
started the classes,
Hmm.
I was already with my 457. So I
Hmm.
wonder
I
if they're
had both.
doing this so the new people come in, or they're just leaving them in, like, you figure it out.
Yeah. A lot of them they come in and I've been talking to a lot of them that's come in, excuse me, and they're not well educated on the procedures or none of that that's going on when you come in the door. So I've given I have my own little site that I send out stuff to them, and I tell them if you have any questions, and I'm going to do like a little seminar, and try to bring them up to speed because they're more in tune to just the driving part, and not having accidents while they're on probation. That's a hard job right there.
Mm.
I've
Mhm.
driven everything under the sun, but when I came in on probation here, this was the hardest year I ever worked in my life. Keep myself safe and keep passengers safe and not have an accident.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
it's
the story.
very stressful.
Yeah,
That's what we
tell you
know
the story
stress.
about I was
That
in the
first
Bronx
year.
and I was doing the BX9. It was one summer day in July, and I tell this story to all the guys that's on probation. I was doing I had to do L pillar side because they was doing track work upstairs. And the track work was guiding me through, and I was like nervous because I was looking at the accordion, and all of a sudden I seen the right side mirror come up and come out of the slot, which they didn't have a screw in it, and the track worker caught it. And I said,
Mm.
thank you, God. And he put that mirror down on that hot asphalt and it cracked that convex mirror, and I thought I was gonna have a baby. You know, I was so nervous, about that. And I understand how it is to be on probation. I didn't get extended because the dispatcher came and he said, well, you hit MTA on MTA, and they didn't charge me for it. I said,
Yeah.
thank God,
Lucky man.
and a lot of people in my class get uh 2 accidents and they took their pass and everything. And I said, I came too far to do this, I don't want to do this. And I was so timid, I didn't say nothing to nobody, nothing about the fair. And I was just focused. And I drove tractor trailer for 4.5 years. But it's not the same thing. Whatever you drove before you got to transit, is you throw that out the window. It has nothing to do with
Mhm.
transit. Transit has their own way for you to drive, and you have to do that during probation because you don't know who gets on your bus. And it's hard, man. It was hard. That was
Years
the
later,
hard.
you start seeing who they come in, and you know who's a Beaky and who's a
Yeah,
19A and
and
all
you
that.
look at everybody
And in the
just
beginning, whew,
you like, oh,
I got 4 rides. They say you're supposed to get 3. I
uh-huh.
got 4, and my fourth one was not that good. So they
Hmm.
called me in, and the depot, whoever, I forgot who was there at that time. I got called in, and he's looking at my paperwork. He's like, "You got 4 rides?" Yeah, it says you're supposed to only get 3. And
Mm-hmm.
your first three, you were very satisfactory in all of them. So you know what I say about the fourth one? I mean, Mr. Carrion, have a good day. Stay safe. I was like, woo.
Yeah.
1 year, I got four. I got two back to back in 1 month.
Yeah.
So I got, it's something about a yellow. I guess I took a yellow light. Yellow
Mm-hmm.
is red for us.
Yellow is
Mm-hmm.
red.
So
Except when you commit yourself. I
you
know
can mention
I had to go to P&E because I had like 3 accidents, but they wasn't mine. Somebody hit me, but they
Okay,
still
okay.
P&E. And this guy, I'm not gonna put him on blast, but he's from my depot, and he'll know if he's watching this. He'll know who I'm talking about. He sat back behind the white line, and when the light turned red, he made the left hand turn. And the superintendent said, "If you commit yourself to that left hand turn, you could have made it. But now, since you did that, I'm gonna have you to come back the next day." And he
Uh-oh,
had to,
Blunt.
and this
Uh-oh.
guy had a lot of time, you know. So
Right.
I mean, it's hard, man. It really is. It really is. I want to get back to finish up with Rob.
Sad.
Uh, he he's doing a good job, and a lot of people that was hating on our team before, they're still doing the hating,
What
even
up,
though there's
lovely?
a change in the depot. You can't satisfy everybody.
There's always somebody. I mean, remember there were people
Oh
that voted against the people that are there now.
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's
yeah,
always going to be someone who's going to have something negative to say.
yeah. And then,
But I have seen it does seem what I like is I don't know, have you seen what is it? What do you call them? The GSM, the GSA? What are the two guys?
the AGM and the GS,
Okay. So
Ish, and Garcia. Garcia's the GS, and Ish is the AGM.
the short black guy, what who was he?
Ish, he's the AGM.
Did he take over Domingo?
I
Or
think Garcia took over
see,
Domingo.
I don't know who
He's
was
the
that.
GS.
I saw one of them, but the thing is that
Yeah,
I see them outside all the time. They're walking in the crew room. They're talking to, the
yeah,
members.
yeah,
And I went up to him. I was like, you know what? I got to tell you that in all the years I've been here, those that are in that office, except Domingo, but Domingo, he was an operator from Gleason, so everybody knew him.
yeah.
But everybody else, I had never seen them walk around, go downstairs to
Mm,
maintenance, and I see them shaking hands and talking to people. He came up to me, talking to me, and I
mhm,
said, I've never seen that.
yeah,
I've never seen that in all the years I've been here for someone in there to come out. It's like they just stay in the office. They
right,
don't talk to the depot chairman. They don't. It's like they're better than everybody. And
right,
these
right.
guys, it's good. It's a good look
Yeah, it's good look.
because they
Cause
come out and
Ish
people
is
feel a little comfortable.
Ish is
Boston was
military.
Boston. Boston would just talk to the ladies. Oh, he was standing at the front of his office like this, just
Yeah,
like stare down at everybody.
Boston was my man. I liked him because I did him like this one day. He said, "Jones, I need to see you." I said, "Okay, no problem." I said, he said, "Go to the union." I said, "Well, you looking at the union. I am the union." I said, "Wait just right back." I ran to my locker, got my rule book. I wanted to, I knew what it was. Too many days before my RDO. So we went in the office. He said, "You sure you don't need the union?" I said, "I am the union. I pay union dues. I'm a grown man. I can speak for myself." And I laid the rule book down on his desk, and he looked at me. He was like, "What's that for?" I said, "I hear you're a smart man, but I want to let you know that I'm just as smart as you are because I've read this book, and I know what you're trying to get me for." Days, he was looking through it's days before my RDO. And he's like, "Jones, I never had anybody come in here with the rule book and then say, oh, I had no knowledge. I knew what I did. When you go in that office, you know what you've done. So me and him became kind of, and I used to call him the Hawk because he was standing out front, like you said, with his arms folded, with that long coat on, looking for stuff like,
somebody, somebody. I'm not gonna name who, but we know he did a meme one time of
you
him looking like the guy from what's that actor? Wait, from the vampire movie?
Oh, that one?
No, no, the guy from Matrix. Matrix,
Oh, Neo?
not Neo.
Oh, Morpheus.
Morpheus, like Morpheus. He
Yeah,
said it's Morpheus. He put a meme with Boston standing outside of his office with a Morpheus suit on, and
yeah.
he got called in for that. They put he put him in for that. He caught him by the neck. He says, "You think that shit was funny?" And he told me, "Yeah." That's
Yeah,
when we had the Next Bus Please group that everything was going crazy in there. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, but you know,
I seen him take people out of service for like having on black shoes, the white bottoms. He sent a guy home down in the yard shake. So you go home, man.
that's when he was moving up the ranks. Because as a
No, but
dispatcher, he
all
wrote me up
he's
on
a
Broadway
cadet,
for 2 minutes.
huh?
Oh yeah.
He wrote me up for
Oh
2 minutes.
yeah,
That's when he was a dispatcher.
yeah.
And when that brought me into the office, he looked at the paper. He's like, 2 minutes. Just get out. That's just a waste of time.
Mm.
And I walked out. I was like,
So
"Yep,
I think our depot has become back to the map. You know, he's very articulate with
beep beep."
his words and stuff that he's been using. You know how he is. He used those big words all the time, and I'd be like, Rob, talk to me in small letters.
Get the
Because
thesaurus out.
well, yeah, I get the dictionary out, but I think the people that voted for him are well pleased with him, and he's reeling the other people in. By what he's doing. Handling things. I don't know. We haven't talked about the discipline because that's his job. I don't get involved with things that pertain to the members that I'm not supposed to know. Some people come and they do more than what they're supposed to be doing. And
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like people going behind his back, going, doing stuff, going over his head. If it's in the depot, let's handle it in the depot. Then when it arises to the occasion, then we'll move on up the ladder. But let him see if he can handle it. I know he can because he's smart. And I like that about him. And I'm there for him from day one until the next election. If he runs again, I'll still be there for him. Because I like the way he carries himself. And we just like Roy said, if LJ had been there, we'd have had a landslide.
Hmm.
We'd have had a landslide. We'd have won that whole thing. But hey, listen, maybe it's for a reason that we all didn't win. You know what I'm saying? It might have been a reason.
Mhm.
But it's still okay because LJ's still working and I'm still working. And we're gonna make this work better for all of us. The communication wise, he's using the QR codes, for different things,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's great. It's
Well, teach
a lot.
us. Teach us. If you teach us, you reach us.
Right,
You teach
right.
us, you reach us. You know.
Teach one, each one.
Yeah. I wanted to just bring a couple of things up real quick. 'Cause time is running out. But hold on. We may have those of you at Gleason that know Roy. Roy may be on our show either next week or next. Um, he wants to bring some things up that he feels that the membership should know about. Um, again, let you guys know that on April 14, right? April 14, we're going to have Rob Martinez. It's 99 days that he's been as a depot chairman. So we're going to, if you got questions for him for his 99 day, because we go live on Monday, Tuesday will be his 100. So he'll be here for his 99 days. We'll
Hey,
question.
State
He'll
of
be
the
able
depot.
to rebuttal things that he wants to rebuttal, right? And I wanted to bring something up to our viewers. I'm sorry, Blunt, our viewers that watch us on YouTube, right? I talked about this before, and now I lost it. 1 second. Where is it?
Does that have to do with
Okay.
Facebook?
Yeah, we're talking about Facebook. So starting February 19th, which just passed, every Facebook live broadcast on our pages or profiles will stick around for only 30 days. So those of you doing Facebook lives, if you're doing Facebook lives, they're gonna stick around for only 30 days. Okay, so you could replay it, you could delete it, try to download it somewhere else. Um, Now, if you did any Facebook lives that were published before February 19th, then you have until May 24th to either download or save these broadcasts. So Blunt and I, we've been having a lot of videos on Facebook. My question was, I wonder if because we used another program to go live, if it's going to be affected or not, but we're just going to have to wait. but I wanted to pass that on to our viewers. That is best if you like our show and you're sharing, please move on to YouTube. Follow us on YouTube, share YouTube, because everything that we've done since episode 155 or 165 is there on YouTube. Plus, there's more videos. There's shorts and stuff that Blunt has added on there. So there's plenty to see on YouTube. So if you missed anything, go on to YouTube, go over there, check us out, follow there. Because again, our videos will only be after a certain time coming up in a couple months. They'll be on our Facebook page for just 30 days and then they're gone. So I don't want people to think, oh, I missed the show. It's on YouTube. I'm sorry, Blunt. Blunt. Did you want to bring something else about um the TWR? You brought up the meeting. Was there anything else that you had to say about that?
That was it. I said everything.
Okay.
So
There was something else you was gonna mention just now before I jumped in. I just
yeah,
it's my ADA, I'm ADD, whatever you call it. It's like if I don't get something out of my head, you turn around and I forget.
yeah, I
And my wife
forgot.
always has the problem with me that she's talking about something. I'm like, hey, blah 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 blah. She's like, thank you for interrupting me. I'm sorry, but I forget if I don't say it. And then like,
I
but what you saying? She's like, forget it.
I do the same thing. You know. But I do appreciate y'all asking me to come on. You know, and I think Lobby Day for Jackie Gleason was a success.
There
Okay.
was 73 people, I believe, that went, right?
Yes, 73.
ADHD. Thank you, Mr. Lloyd. Corrected me.
Mhm.
Yes.
Um, I had a good time. I worked kind of hard that week, but it was all worth it. To see people, go and enjoy themselves. It was a little different this time. They gave out the $25 cards for lunch.
Whoop,
You know,
whoop.
uh, and they had breakfast for us up there. They gave a little stuff to go on the bus. And to me, I had a good time because you know what. I usually just go and get on the bus and ride up there, but I was involved this time, and it made it much better for me,
Okay.
to be involved in that. I didn't ask for that. Rob said, "Yo, you're a bus captain." I'm like, "What? I just want to sit in the back." No, I'm in to do work, and I did, and I was glad to do it. I don't wear titles on my shirt, on my head or anything. I'm just a plain guy. I'm me. People ask me, he say, "Yo, man, how do you come in here and like be all happy and stuff to come to work?" I said, "Hey, man, listen. Some people don't even have a job. And I think it was great. It was a great time. And whatever they saying about Rob, they talked about Jesus Christ, and we ain't nowhere near as
True
good
that.
as he is.
True that. True that. I
You
don't know.
Mhm.
Robert might just feel himself getting up there, but
You might what?
no, no.
Mhm.
Let
Disregard. Blunt, you
me
wanted to towards the end. You wanted to mention something.
Yeah. So at the end, you have here Mr. Figueroa, who Figueroa has his new podcast that he's doing. You guys can check it out if you like. It's called uh, what's it called?
Operators on the loose.
Yeah, my selective amnesia is kicking in. The operators on the loose. They go live on Sundays, I believe, every Sunday now.
Well,
You
it
give
just
them a
started.
check out. They just started. Give them a check out. See what's the deal with them. And I wish them guys luck. But somebody said, was it AV was saying about Lobby Day that Nas Nas was dancing.
But he didn't go this year. I think he was talking about the last
I
time.
think I think they filmed him too. Let me put it up there.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was
Go Nas. Go Nas. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Oh
Big
man.
Nas was doing his thing. Somebody caught him on camera.
All
uh,
right. Oh, he's coming for you.
And we had a good time, man. We really did. We had a good time. You know, it wasn't no accidents and none of that craziness that went on before. Nobody was filming and stuff. You know, everybody was cordial. You know, we talked and stuff. You know, my bus was kind of quiet. You know,
Yeah, because
Uh,
you're the captain or the coach, whatever. Everybody was
no,
afraid of
no.
you. They were afraid
I
of
was like,
you.
do what
Old
you
school daddy.
yeah,
Don't
do
make
what
me go back there.
in moderation. You know, I
Mm.
knew that somebody, you know, would have a drink,
Yeah,
but damn, I
well,
don't like drinking at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, not
it's
me.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
5
right.
p.m.
But you know, I said, do what you have to do, but do it in moderation, and you know, be caught. You know, don't be stupid, man, because you that reflects on
Be
the whole
stupid.
transit system,
mhm.
uh, our depot. You know, because you never hear any stories about. I never heard any stories about any other depot having, you know, but I guess they keep it in house like we kept ours in house. You know, but we had a good time, real nice and quiet, man,
Thank
real
you,
nice.
thank you. So I want to
People,
thank everybody that joined us, everybody that popped in. Mr. Country, thank you for taking your time to be on the show.
thank you very much.
Appreciate you. The door's always open.
Yes, sir.
Um, we'll be back next week.
Mhm.
Remember, YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. If you're watching this, even if you're watching this now, please share. Help us grow. We'll catch you in the next one. Blunt, anything?
Yeah, the link is in the description. If you're not already subscribed,
Liquor?
the link is in the
Oh, the
link is
link.
in the
I see
description.
it.
In the
Liquor.
description. If you want to subscribe, please click on the link and do that. And don't forget Saturday. If you're not doing anything, come on out, 75 Henry Street, and hear what we got to say for TWU 100R Incorporated. And that's about it.
All right. So with that said, Mr. Country, don't leave. With that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete,
And I'm your boy Blunt.
and that's the end of our show.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Next week, guys. You're still here?
Yes.
It's over. Go home.
Time to go to bed.
Go.
Feed you something else.